Hey friends, gather around, grab a seat. Today we'll be reading Chef Mitt's Purpose by Jason Daniel. Meet Mitt. He's been taking driver's license photos for 20 years. Behind the smile, he never felt like this job was a good fit. To make it more his style, he decided to experiment. He put a wacky new spin on every picture. Smile! He hoped it wasn't against any rules. Mitt had fun and loved how the photos turned out. He hoped the drivers would enjoy them too. This new style was shown to Mitt's boss. By law, faces must be fully visible on every license, said the police officer. The boss sadly told Mitt, "Creativity isn't a good fit for this job. Sorry, we have to let you go." Mitt learned he would be replaced. Mitt saw the new photographer was perfectly happy following the normal way. She did a good job. Mitt knew for everything he didn't enjoy, there was someone who did. He was happy she was the right fit. He hoped the loss of his job would push him in the new direction he needed. Mitt sat outside for 44 days. The longer Mitt thought about future jobs, the more he imagined how things could go wrong. His time away from work turned into 88 days. Then he saw a light in the darkness down the street. The curiosity made him leave the bench. Through the window, he saw a happy customer being served. Now hiring. Chef. Mitt saw it as a sign. He had to take a chance. He felt like he found his place. He was now Chef Mitt. He fit right in. Chef Quimby was impressed with how well Chef Mitt handled hot objects with ease. But there seemed to be a whole new problem. Chef Mitt noticed everything he cooked turned out flat. Surprised by the extreme height of his pizza, the dinner guest thought of an idea. "You should make pizzas." "What if I make those flat too?" Chef Quimby offered Chef Mitt some advice. "Trying new things can be exciting. Maybe you could make tall pizza flat." "Trying new things got me fired last time." He folded in despair, feeling as flat as the food he cooked. Thinking he failed, Chef Mitt quit. His goal now was to create a secret place free of disappointment and failure. Over the years, Chef Mitt built the biggest nest anyone had ever seen. High up and away and completely alone. No matter how incredible he created his hideaway, he was neither fulfilled nor satisfied. A lack of conflict, and no job turned into what felt like a prison of boredom and despair. One day, a wealthy bird family dropped in and offered Chef Mitt a fortune for the most incredible nest they'd ever seen. Upon seeing how big the check was, Chef Mitt realized he'd never need to work again. He could even afford a new place in the big city. In his new home, the view was better than ever. "This is the missing piece. Now I can be happy," exclaimed Chef Mitt. 444 days later, Chef Mitt's butler felt compelled to ask, "Why so sad?" Mitt responded, "Even with my fancy home, expensive furniture, and no failure, I feel lost. Everything should be perfect. Why do I feel like I have no purpose?" The butler explained, "I believe we're most alive when we serve." "What do you mean?" asked Chef Mitt. The butler replied, "Have you been to the fancy new restaurant on the 55th floor?" "I don't think I could go near it. I used to be a chef and it wasn't a good experience," said Chef Mitt. The butler responded, "Let's go, I'll show you around." Chef Mitt reluctantly agreed to join the butler. They made their way into the restaurant's kitchen where food was flying everywhere. "What is going on here?" asked Chef Mitt. The butler responded, "There's never been anyone quite like you here yet." Chef Mitt noticed the cook reaching for a burning hot pan from the oven. "Wait!" shouted Chef Mitt. Chef Mitt leapt up onto the cook's hand. "Okay, now give it a try," said Chef Mitt. Puzzled, the cook shared a discovery with everyone. "I can't feel the heat! I didn't burn my hand!" While the chefs were all in disbelief, the butler wasn't a bit surprised. Chef Mitt was about to change the way this kitchen did things. "Would you like to serve here?" they asked him with excitement. "Okay." Chef Mitt finally felt like this fit. Serving and protecting hands from hot objects must be what he was made to do. "Careful, the plates are hot," said Chef Mitt. Food now arrived at tables faster with no more drops by burnt hands. No one was happier than the janitor. No more flying food to clean up. After giving it another try, Chef Mitt's photography style became a popular trend. Chef Mitt even returned to the kitchen. Cooking flat food revolutionized pizza. Chef Mitt learned a lot on his journey. His true purpose wasn't found in comfort and safety, but in taking chances and serving others. The end. If you'd enjoy grabbing a physical copy of this book, check out Amazon or Barnes & Noble online, published by Pramble.